Yeah, thank you for that.
I just remember that happened last week, and I was like, hey, don't let that happen again. Oh, wait.
Yikes.
Also, everybody, it is my 8-year anniversary with my boyfriend today.
Happy 8-year
Freaking
anniversary.
mints.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Yeah.
D&D
We-
is more important.
He dropped off an Easter basket, but we tried to stay, 6 feet apart. So we just kind of sat on opposite ends of a table outside and chatted. It was so nice. I gave him cake.
I just had delicious,
Adorable.
delicious pie.
I'm about to eat Chinese
Ooh.
food.
That's iconic.
And Kurt.
Because, yeah, Kurt's got me on that, and then
It's all Kurtz's fault.
it's all Kurt's fault. We
As
were gonna
soon
get
as-
shawarma and gyro, but the place we wanted to get it from closed at 4. So this is what we get.
As soon as he starts talking about food when we're playing together, my ability to play just nosedives.
So is that why you always play bad with Kurtz's around? Because you never stop talking about food?
Yeah,
I mean, that's all he does is eat.
Yep.
I love you, Ben.
Ew.
What?
Anyway,
Sorry.
Benpai, make sure all your stuff is working because I'm eating. I'm currently not streaming.
Okay. So, all the audio is working. Leaf, say something. Krakus,
Sync
say
1,
something.
2, 3.
Something.
Otto?
Something.
something.
Okay. Tristan,
What?
Avir,
Something.
One Swing,
Hi.
and Eve.
Hi.
Okay, perfect. Everyone's audio is coming through. Is my audio coming through? Yes, it is. That would be. Whew.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah, sure. It would be something. It
High
would
quality
be
stream.
something. Yeah.
Off stream.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bothers me that all of my dice aren't the same height.
R.I.P. All right, so with everyone here, last we left off, the adventuring party was coming into Paranth again, noticing a fire happening somewhere in the city near the castle. They approached the castle. Everyone ran immediately to the Stag's Head Inn to drop off Tika with Magda and get her to safety before all running to the signs of smoke and fire. You guys ran in there, found a couple of dead students at what is known as the Torre in Paranth. You also found a dead Volg infested body again. The body was then thrown over the edge of the stairs and, attacked Tristan on the way down.
And Krakus.
And Krakus, that's right. You guys ran further into the main chambers of the Torre and went down into essentially the not the catacombs. It's the where all the dead people are buried underneath the church. Name escapes me right now. Went down there,
Mausoleum?
found mausoleum, that works. Went down there and found 3 Volg-infested soldiers trying to leave. 2 of which you guys made very short work of. The third of which you guys started to interrogate while Otto and Avir ran through the tunnel that was carved into the mausoleum and leading into the church. As you guys as One Swing was about to start his creative interrogation techniques, It appeared as though the Volg left the body of this soldier, whose name is Tegan Perry. The last thing that he remembered was he was looking for work to guard things in the city of Morath. Avir and Otto did not hear any of this as they were heading up to see if there were any people trying to escape. Otto, finding tracks that were leading towards his hometown, decided to dart after to start tracking the enemies. Avir made one last ditch effort to try to stop Otto. Did not succeed and headed back down the tunnels. So we are currently back in the mausoleum with Tegan. What would you guys like to do? At this point, Avir has just come back through the tunnel. And you guys would have just been finishing up the quote-unquote interrogation of Tegan.
So the little guy ran off.
You're all little.
Okay, the littlest guy. He fucking took off in the woods. I tried to stop him. I don't care all that much. He said something about my family, and then went running. So, yeah.
Did he leave you the moonshine?
No, he did not.
Shit.
How will he open it without you? Oh no.
It'll be a rough go for the little halfling without his moonshine being openable.
Okay. Oh, this guy's useless. And I'll point to the guy that we're interrogating.
Can I kill him now?
No!
The dire wolf at your side still sort of nudges against you.
I'll
Nudging
get
against you.
later.
Okay.
Signaling that the dire wolf still, as it did last week, does not want you to kill the thing.
God damn it, Kenny.
Tristan's still holding it, isn't he?
What?
The
No,
I
that's
said-
something else.
You're still holding, right?
yeah, Tristan is still holding Tegan.
Yeah. For the 20th time, I'm still holding on to him.
I wander off.
Okay. Just as a friendly reminder, the building you guys are underneath is on fire
Yeah.
still.
We should probably
Yeah.
bail, guys.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the guy and throw him back over my shoulder.
Fine. Just leave then.
I'm gonna pull out an arm to the other little one and be like, you want to ride? I lost my friend.
Oh, okay.
You put her right on your shoulders?
Yeah.
Okay, so Eve, you're sitting on top of this massive giant Goliath's shoulders with horns sticking out of his head. Just
It's so tempting to touch him, but she chooses not to.
I'll look up at her and be like, I'm really bad at noticing things, so just use the horns to pull my attention if you see something.
It's so sweet. You have so much trust in me.
all right. As you guys approach the stairway down, you hear a very loud crash and boom above you, as though things are potentially falling down.
Hey guys, let's get the fuck out of here.
And Tristan starts moving.
All right.
Yeah,
so
let's
does
go.
the dire wolf.
Tristan, are you leading the way? What's our marching order here?
Sure.
I'm in the middle.
All right.
I'll be behind Tristan.
Good. So you guys head up, and you do start to see bits of the supports falling from this massive chamber. The fire's starting to grow a lot more around here. It looks like at some point in time there was some kind of like grass that was in here as well, even though it's indoors. Um, and I need everyone to go ahead and roll Constitution saving throws. I believe that would be Avir, One Swing, and Eve are at advantage.
Yes, sir. Ooh, thank you.
Dirty 20.
18.
Okay.
6.
Oh no.
Tristan.
Oh no.
18.
18.
Dirty 20.
Tristan, you suffer 6 points of poison damage.
Oof. Okay.
I assume you guys are bolting straight out.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you are running out, you enter the main room. The building around seems to stay intact long enough for you guys to run out. And you guys make it out, and you see the Lord Locken is checking on some of the children that you guys rescued, and talking to one of what looks like the people in charge of the Torre itself.
I bring the guy that we found and I'm still holding on to over to them.
Well, this is unexpected. Lyra, is this someone you know? He gestures towards the elven woman. Looks actually pretty old, which means as far as she looks old for a human, which means that this is probably an elf that has lived a very long, long life, even longer so than Avir's life. She looks at the figure between you, that you're carrying, Tristan. It's like, that's not one of our students. Lord Locken is like, is he one of the ones behind this?
Yes, kill him.
I'll put him down and I'll say, I think he was, but he might have been under a spell.
Interesting.
I'm gonna set Eve down. I'm gonna walk over with the ring that I took off of him that has the cracked wordstone in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, well, he had this on, and the ones that we fought over in the cave somewhere over in the other area also had these on. But when I went to go torture him to get him to talk, he left, and now the ring's cracked. So I think it has something to do with this. And before that, his eyes were black and evil and whatnot, and they were bleeding black blood. And I'm gonna turn around and just like pull my dagger out and scrape it across the guy's arm to see if it's black blood or red blood right now.
Okay.
That would do 1 point of damage.
That will do 1 point of damage, and he is now unconscious.
That's okay. He's just unconscious.
Yeah.
Is it red or black?
It's red.
And be like, okay, well, someone heal that. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I forgot that we almost killed him. Now it's red, and it was black before, and his eyes are black.
Lyra holds a hand over, and you guys see this gold tendril of light kind of extend from her hand and wrap around the wound itself, and do what appears to be stitching of the wound, and then it just closes up, and Tegan goes, "You guys are crazy!"
We were trying to make a point.
I'm just gonna nod my head and look at him and look back at the whatever her name was.
Lyra.
Be like, yeah. Be like, does any of this make sense to you?
Black blood is something very ancient. It's not something we've dealt with in almost 1,000 years at this point. Not something I was around for, but I've heard stories. May I see that ring?
I hand it over.
She kind of takes the ring and starts to examine it, and she's like, "This seems to be wordstone. That's not something that's very easy to find. It's very peculiar. Might I keep this one and see what we can find about it with the other healers in the Torre here?"
Go ahead. I got 6 more.
I'll tell her that.
She just kind of looks at you and like her jaw drops. Are they all broken like this?
I don't know. Were they broken?
No.
Yes.
Make a deception check.
15.
15? Interesting. Well, if you do ever encounter an intact one, I would very much like to see that as well, because I have a feeling whatever might have been living inside of this might not be here anymore, but one intact might still have the creature that lived in it.
So you'd
there.
be willing to pay for said items?
Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of money. I could offer a small tithe, but it would not be a great amount.
I'll be sure to keep my eyes open for it.
I appreciate it.
How long would you need it if you had a whole one that was intact?
I mean, it probably want to investigate it for a few weeks. See if there's anything we can do to break into it, to maybe utilize its power for something else, or kind of turn the being in it to something not evil. If it is what I even think it is. Like I said, it's been a long time since anything made of wordstone was present in this world. I assume you guys have heard the stories of the word gate, correct?
The what?
The word gate?
I know what the word gate is.
Right.
Like that thing that opens and closes?
As is the nature of a gate, yes, but currently it does not open. It has been locked to all worlds, and is legend has it the reason why the gods of Erilea have not left this land, and that they are trapped here. But in trapping everyone here, they banished a great evil from this land.
Tristan says, "Well, why don't you just use a key? The gate's locked."
I don't get why is it a word gate? It should be a word door. It's that there's not letting anything through. You can just reach over a gate.
It's a little more complicated than like a gate to a kingdom or a city. This is a gate to another plane. That has been sealed.
What's a plane?
Oh God.
I do believe it would take me a great deal of time.
I come from great frosted plains, like land, like big old chunk of land. Yeah.
No, planes of existence. What you guys live in is the material plane. What we're talking about is a plane of demons, a plane of gods, planes of different worlds that we have never seen and likely will never see in our time.
Are demons not made of materials?
Lyra kind of bends down to Eve and is like, well,
I'm also gonna bend down right next to her to keep listening.
So you guys just see this this elven woman, old elven woman, crouch down and speak with this little girl. And what I want you to imagine being Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, like fallen down crisscross applesauce with horns coming out of his head, just like leaning in as well, completely engrossed in the story. Um,
Thanks. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you.
well, it's hard to say, as it's very rare for one to encounter a god. But usually they are more than just the material that we are made of, more than, flesh and bone. They're just an essence of being that doesn't even require that unless in this world. Um, so not really made of materials, as you would say.
Eve immediately takes out her little book that she's been writing notes in and starts jotting this down.
So, crisscross applesauce demon giant man, and this little girl just writing notes as Lyra is speaking. To which Lord Locken says, "Were there any others in there?"
Yeah, 2. We left them down there. They're dead.
I see. Interesting. And you believe that there might be more? Wait a second. And he kind of looks over. Where's the other little one of you?
He bailed.
He didn't bail.
You weren't there.
Fair.
He bailed. He
You
said something about,
his
"Oh no,
family."
my family," and ran away.
Did we tell them about the tunnel?
No.
Oh,
Oh, no. There's a tunnel down there.
oh yeah, BT dubs. There's a tunnel that these bad guys dug under this churchy thing, and it leads out into the woods towards a village that I cannot remember the name of.
I'll look at Lockton and be like, do you remember the little guy? The little guy who was always with me? Him?
Yeah. He's from a town called Reevestone.
Reevestone? Oh yeah, okay,
That one.
I see. So there were potentially more of them that might have escaped, and this tunnel
Probably.
was probably
Yeah, you
how
should
they
probably
got in.
send like some soldiers over there to,
Mhm.
protect the home of one of your champions. I don't know.
Unfortunately, I do not lead the armies of Terrasen, and therefore don't really have a lot of say in where our guards go, other than the small amount of guards that we have for Paranth itself. But I would be.
Yeah, let me guess. You want us to do it for you?
I want to get
It-
paid up front.
Same.
It's
You guys are getting paid for this?
That's
Yes,
so
it's where
good.
the shiny gold coins in your pouch come from, sir.
Oh, those things you don't have any more of because that one lady stole them all.
No, he has 1 gold.
I
I
have
gave
one.
it to him.
Thank you, Eve.
You have
Oh, yeah.
22 technically.
Yeah, you still have autos.
Yeah, because you have all of Otto's gold right now. Lord Locken looks at you, Avir, and says, "This is definitely something that would fall into the purview of what I had started recruiting people for. Can we talk about this more in the morning? I feel.
Please, I need to be healed and I need to sleep.
Alrighty.
Oh, wait. I think I can heal. I'm going to place my hand on Leaf's head and focus real hard.
Yeah, so giant Goliath hand just flops right onto Leaf's head. Even in crisscross applesauce, this Goliath is very tall, so doesn't even stand up, just reaches up and slaps his hand on top of Leaf's head and just kind of starts moving it back and forth, and with his eyes closed, and yeah.
You're healed,
Nothing
my child.
I'm just gonna shoot a glare or a glance at the healers and be like,
You
believes
notice
this-
that the healers around you are currently focused on healing a bunch of burned children. So yeah,
they would
they're
have been super dead children if we didn't go in there.
yeah, and you guys are super alive still.
Barely.
If you're glaring at them, if you want to attempt to make an intimidation check.
No,
Okay.
it's not scary.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so, Lord Locken says to you guys, okay, usually we were going to have our weekly town breakfast or city breakfast at the castle, but I think with current circumstances, maybe we just meet in my private office in the castle tomorrow morning, first thing.
Sounds good. I'll bring the ale.
Okay. I assure you that there's fine drink to be had at the castle itself. But if you want to bring your own ale, by all means.
I start walking.
Never
back.
mind. No one said anything about ale. I'll drink what you got.
He kind of chuckles lightly and starts walking towards each of the children to kind of check on them. Until tomorrow, then. And you said Leaf was walking away?
Yeah, I make my way over to the tavern.
Bye, Leaf.
Yeah, I'll go.
I
You
limp my way over to the tavern.
I'm gonna glare at the Lord guy and slowly walk away.
Alrighty. Your glare is... Are you like very openly glaring at him?
Yeah, I want it to be like dramatic,
Okay.
very dramatically. I want it soap opera style glaring.
I gotcha.
Like she does the fingers to her eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yes,
Legend of Korra
absolutely.
style.
Yeah.
If Leaf's limping, I'm gonna pick him up as I'm walking past him.
Lord Locken doesn't notice, but Lyra does.
Ooh.
And kind of glares back at you.
Cool. Glare off.
Glare
Elven
off.
bitch off.
Elven bitch off.
She can heal our captive. Can't heal me. That's fine. Whatever.
Because he was unconscious.
I'll fucking kill that guy.
I did kill him. I don't know if you realize that.
He's just back to life. What are you guys doing with said captive?
Oh, I'm leaving him there. That's their problem now.
So, yeah.
Unless anybody else does anything.
Lord Locken goes ahead and grabs a couple of nearby guards and have them escort Tegan off towards the castle. Everyone heading back to the Stag's Head.
Yep.
Alrighty. So you guys do get back to the Stag's Head. You do see Tika sitting at one of the tables, and you do actually see Cassian again.
Her dad.
Yes, at the table with her. And as you guys enter, Magda looks at you guys and is like, well, glad you're here. I was able to send word to Cassian that you guys found his daughter, and that she's here. He's been waiting here for you with his daughter at the table with all the ale you guys got. And points in the direction of said table. It looks like Tika and Cassian are the only two in here currently.
I'm gonna grab the 2 jugs of ale and go upstairs to one of the bedrooms and drink the non-expensive ale by myself and go to sleep.
Okay.
Aw.
So the big Goliath walks by, grabs one of the big things of ale. Cassian is kind of startled by this, looks over at you and goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys are back. Thank you so much for finding my daughter. She She told me everything that you guys went through, and I can imagine it. That you guys must not be feeling too great. Where
Yeah. Where'd you go?
where's I rushed towards the fire to make sure that Tika wasn't anywhere around there. Um, and when I saw it was the Torre and that there were guards already around it, I started to head back.
I'd like to transform out of my direwolf form rather abruptly and go, "Oh, why would you have expected her to be there if you sent us to the cave?"
We don't run into adventurers like you very often. I wasn't sure what would happen around you guys.
They check.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
I would like to as well.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty
Oh,
20.
you got higher than I did. I think I got like 15.
So Krakus, you notice that he seems very, very frightened. He's the fact that his daughter's life was threatened was definitely not the kind of excitement he wanted in his quiet life in this giant walled-in city. But he seems to be telling the truth.
All right.
Anyways, while I was out, I did run back home to check. I'm sorry, to check on Nesta, and get you guys your reward if you were to succeed in finding my daughter. And I'm so glad you did. And it's you see, my wife she makes things. Clothes, backpacks, things like that. And there's this one particularly rare item that she made from Stygian spider silk. And he pulls. You guys notice on the table, it's a small little like rucksack kind of thing. And you see, the thing about this is the rucksack itself, you see like a bunch of spider silk around it and what looks like spider eyes on the latch. Looks like your standard backpack otherwise. And he's like, and you notice essentially 8 straps on it instead of the normal 2 that a backpack would have. And you see, if you're wearing this, um, it's a lot harder to steal from this bag. If you're in very busy cities or anything like that. And then in addition to that, it's very difficult for it to be ripped off of you due to the nature of the Stygian silk. It's an impressive backpack. Even some of the most dexterous have difficulty breaking into it. And he offers the backpack to you guys. So who wants a backpack?
I mean, I think a couple of us could take it. I don't think it matters who.
Yeah.
That is true.
What are they going to steal from me? I have nothing.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't take it.
Well,
I think
maybe
Tristan's
if you had
fine.
had this.
Tristan doesn't need it.
So he just offers it to you. I would say someone's got to take it.
Yeah.
You want it, Krakus?
I don't really carry all that much. I don't really like carrying things. I'll leave it to someone who wants to carry things.
Okay, I will take it.
All right. I posted it in the Erilea chat. channel.
Ooh.
I'll also add it to your inventory right now
Well, thanks.
because I planned ahead and put this into the homebrew shit already.
That looks so cool.
Thank you. Oh my God, what's it called? I forgot. Yeah. I'll get that. I'll get the name of the creator of it in at the end of the episode. Um, but yeah, you notice Avier as you pick it up, the eyes kind of blink occasionally.
Oh, that's terrifying.
All right, and you are the owner of a Stygian rucksack.
Dope. Thanks, bruh.
No, thank you. I don't know what I would have done if anything had happened to Tika. Um, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to take her home to her mother now. If there's anything you guys ever need in Paranth, if that we might be able to help you with, just come stop by. We're over by the our shop is actually pretty close to the Torre, on the eastern side of the city, just a little closer to the main gate.
Make sure that's on your map, Leaf.
Thank you again. And he starts to head out with Nesta. And then as Nesta is walking out, she walks by Tristan and just quickly hugs him around the legs because she's small.
Aw.
She's small.
Aw, small.
She's small. Thank you.
Wasn't her name Tika?
Yeah,
What did I say?
you said
Nesta.
Nesta.
Oh, sorry. Nesta's the mom's name. Tika is the girl. Yep. Tika runs up, hugs Tristan around the legs. Thank you, Mr. Tristan. Thank you, Squeakers.
Oh, you're welcome.
And they head on out. Well, isn't that a beautiful sight to see?
God, Avier's gonna go upstairs.
Wait, can I dorm with you?
Yeah, come on.
All right, I go. Girls' party.
You can take the bed. I'm just gonna meditate anyway.
I don't know whose bed I'm laying
Okay.
on, but I'm sleeping in some bed. I don't know.
Yeah, no. The first night you were there, you slept in the bedroom. You didn't sleep outside. So
That's
you
right. I
do
got
have a
too
room.
drunk the next night. That's
Yeah.
right.
I,
Correct.
Exactly.
no one's gonna try and look for the halfling.
You guys did just discover that the halfling was heading back towards his city in Reevestone. And the Lord Locken had asked you guys to meet in the morning.
Yeah, I knew that.
But
He'll be fine.
I will wait outside, like where we camped the previous night, sort of expectantly looking for my new friend.
your new friend. Are you trying to stay awake the whole night and wait
I
for
am
him?
not.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay up until, assuming, what time are we supposed to be meeting?
Lord Locken just said first thing in the morning. It's pretty
Okay.
late, so we're talking like 11 o'clock in
Okay,
in the
I'll
evening.
stay up for another hour or so I get my full 8 and be like, all right, turn in, set up my little camp.
All right, easy enough. Go ahead and
Craft my camp.
go ahead and make a perception check.
Wow, that's just lovely. That is a 13.
13. So yeah, you notice as you're falling asleep, the town's getting quieter, lights are going out. You do notice the smoke in the distance is starting to dissipate a little bit. What was a thick column of black smoke has kind of um, settled down quite a bit, and it looks like the fire has gotten a lot under control. Maybe thanks to your new little friend using prestidigitation on everything. It was probably that. That's probably what
Yeah.
stopped the fire.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
But no sign of Otto. coming back to the camp. Tristan, are you going to bed as well?
Yes.
Alrighty. Um, as sleep takes you, you guys are feeling rested and rejuvenated, and you're starting to feel as though the trials and tribulations that you guys have gone through the last few days, yesterday specifically, has made you quite a bit stronger than you were before. Some of you guys have thought of new ways to fight that might help you in battles ahead, and you guys wake up well rested. You already smell the cooking of the Stag's Head Tavern coming from below. Lots of various smoked meats, breakfast meats, some eggs. Krakus, you wake up alone. Otto does not return to his camp that morning. And you also notice the similar smells. Whoop. And yeah. I assume you guys all wake up and head downstairs. Are you heading straight to the castle? Are you having breakfast with Magda? What is going on?
I'll refer to the group on this one. I don't care.
Tristan's ready to go to the
You
castle.
said we're gonna eat at the castle.
Yeah, let's just go
Yeah.
straight there.
Okay.
I'm gonna as we're walking, I'm gonna keep the fancy keg. I'm gonna give the empty other normal ale back to Magna when we're leaving. But as we're walking, I'm gonna take 50-foot rope and I'm gonna make a little satchel for a way for me to carry the keg like over my shoulder, like as a backpack or something, so I don't have to like carry it.
Sure. I assume you've probably got some rope on you that you can
Yeah, I think
fashion
I have
into
2 feet. Mhm.
something.
Just something basic, just to hold it.
So Avier has this cool new backpack that blinks at people, and One Swing has this backpack of ale. Better than a pig.
I miss breakfast.
Me too.
So you guys start heading towards the castle, and near the entrance of it, you guys notice a guard that notices you, runs up and is like, "Ah, Lord Locken's been expecting you. Please, we're going to head up straight to his private office. There's some food up there if you guys haven't eaten." And he starts to lead you into the castle.
Go up.
Yeah, lots of stairs. You guys climb lots of stairs, getting up to this main kind of office of his. You do see that it is near one of the taller spires of the castle, and that the office itself has a window with a balcony around it that does overlook Paranth. It's very, even with the massive walls, this castle sitting into the mountains, it's pretty high up and very impressive looking down at the city. Seeing some of the snow-capped mountains around you, and then still seeing some of the brownish amber plains beyond the city itself. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys were able to make it. It looks like Tegan was able to give Argard some information, probably things you might have already known. He comes from Morath, in Otterland, but he was originally from Fenharrow. Did you guys already know that, or?
No, I didn't.
No, I mean, I knew he
Eve
was from
opens her
Morath.
notes.
In Eve's,
Yes.
yeah,
He did say that.
he did say that he was from Morinth. Yeah, and this kind of coincides with what I believe is a plot to take down Terracin, as a nation. Now, I'm good friends with King Orlan, but he does not seem to share my concerns. And Paranth being so close to the border of a nation that our relationship is tenuous at best, I wanted to take it into my own hands to potentially investigate my concerns. And this attack on the Torre is something that does not make me feel any better about what might come. And so this is where I have to ask: would you guys be willing to continue investigating what happened at the Torre and heading down towards Morath? Um, there are roads that lead from here to Morath. It's not a short journey, but you would definitely be able to stop at Reevestone on the way, as that sits very close to the border of Adarlan. But I need to know what might happen to Terracin, and I would be very upset with myself if I didn't do what I thought was best for this nation and my city, right now. Obviously, there's a very large reward for any information that you're able to bring back, um, but I have to ask you if you'd be willing to go for us, for Terracin and for Paranth.
So what was the reward for capturing that guy and giving you all of that information?
Well, for that'll be a pretty easy thing to do, I believe. Another 300 gold for your whole party here um, would be adequate for that. I can, if you would like, I can send the the portion that the halfling usually sends his family to his family, but if you want
Just
to
send it all to his family.
okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Send it all to his family.
I'm sorry. Do you guys mean
How about
all
this?
300 gold?
All of
His
his
cut.
portion.
His
Oh,
cut.
okay. Yeah.
His cut of the
His
300.
Okay.
I could do that. And he takes the essentially 50 gold out, and then turns and looks at Eve and is like, "You weren't with this group before, but I did see you at the Torre last night helping put out the fires."
Yes, sir, that was me.
So he hands the 50 gold to each of you guys, and then looks at the girl and is like, "Well, I would feel remiss not giving you a proper reward as well," and gives you 50 gold too.
Yay.
Now, about what I said last night.
What was that?
You want us to go on this journey to Morath, and
Mhm.
I said, you want us to continue, then you have to pay us up front. And I think one of my comrades agrees.
Yo.
Um, so I can definitely give you guys some gold in advance, potentially, and some. Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check, Leaf.
Can I help?
Yeah, can I
Oh,
help
wait.
since I just...
I'm sorry, I can't help. That's not something I can help in.
You cannot help Avier.
Damn it.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yes, I can definitely give you guys some supplies and a portion of like a small stipend for traveling. And he he starts jotting down on a piece of paper. I believe I can get you guys about 5 healing potions, and then probably about let's see, about 25 gold a day for traveling, and that would probably take you about a week to get there and a week to get back. So, 350 gold.
50.
Oh, can we get some horses? Maybe a wagon?
I believe that can be provided as well, for sure.
Do you happen to have any pigs?
Pigs?
What's a pig?
Oh, you don't
I've
know
never
what a
heard of
pig
this
is?
creature.
Boar.
Unfortunately, I would like to try to save some of our livestock to feed the city. The woods and the woods around the Oakwald Forest does have boar as well as deer. You might be able to find some out there. And he continues writing down this message and walking out to the door to his office and handing it to a guard. And you notice one of the guards just runs off to start getting this filled. That should be ready within the hour.
Who'd also like a map?
A map of what are you looking? What kind of map? A map of Terracin, or a map of Erilea as a whole?
That was a.
A map from here to our destination.
Well, I have a. Tristan has a map of
Yeah, I don't know that.
Adrenaline, right? Yeah. I mentioned it to the group.
Yeah. He did.
Remember, I was holding it upside down.
Yep.
No, I was too busy making my own map.
Well, if I could definitely provide another map, but it sounds like you guys have one already.
Well, then can you mark off where we have to go?
Yeah. So, does Tristan show the map?
Yep, still holding it upside down.
Cool.
Which would make it a right side up for the game.
Yep, it
Hey.
sure would. So in maps and images, guys, it's the first image that I posted. You guys are very, very far north. There's a lake, and then Paranth is right next to that lake. Morath is directly south, but way down towards the border of Outerland and Fenharrow.
And where's Cam?
Cam's Reevestone, Lord Locken says, is right here on the border, and he points at near the salt mines of Endovier. But where Endovier sits on the Aderlanian side, Reevestone sits in Terracin. But it's right at the edge of the Oakwald Forest and the Anaskal Mountains before the border. You can't miss it. There's a road that does go through the Oakwald Forest. Obviously, with it still going through the forest, I do want to caution you guys, as the Fae do occasionally like to play tricks on people traveling. So yeah, that's how you would get there. It would probably be about a 6 or 7 hour journey with the horses and wagon, to get there. And then from there, if you go towards the salt mines, there is a road that leads along the mountain range until it gets to the Avery River, along the Oakwald Forest. and then across the Farion Gap. In which case you can either head towards Rifthold, which is Otterland's capital, or you can continue through the Oakwold Forest to Morath.
Cool.
Sounds like we have options.
Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for the subs. Thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate you guys so much.
And before we make our way through a forest, I feel like the ranger's help would be indispensable in that kind of situation.
And he has the moonshine.
That was another 50 gold per person, correct?
Yes, so everyone got essentially 100 gold.
100.
Heck yeah. I'm stealing the party's money.
Oh, that's right. We got another 50 gold.
If you guys are on the stream at all, I do have a "You Are Here" button on the map, and then there is a red dot where Reefstone is. But it's essentially Reefstone is essentially just north of Endovier.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So you guys heading out, and
I'm gonna take some pocket bacon or meat or whatever.
okay. Yeah, there's definitely there is a spread of food. It looks like the Lord had anticipated that you guys might want to eat, and had some extra food laid out. No green slop, but definitely a variety of meats. There's a lot of bread, and
I like bread.
actual real looking fruits and vegetables.
Yes, fruits.
Veggies.
Veggies.
Do I know what fruits and vegetables are?
Grass.
I don't even really know what grass is, I feel like.
So you look
Yeah.
at it and you're like, huh, this looks like what my food eats. All right, and so you guys grab some food and head out.
Yes, sir.
Are you guys just heading straight towards the gate? Are you wanting to do anything in Paranth? What's the plan?
I want to go visit this dude's wife's shop.
You want to visit this dude's wife's shop.
Tika's family.
Uh-huh.
That place over by that place that burned.
Sure.
By the Torre.
Okay. You guys have a little bit of time to kill.
According
So-
to my map, it's on our way back to the gate.
It's there are multiple gates to the city. The gate that you guys are
There are
wanting to
multiple
head out
maps
of.
of the city.
There is the gate back towards the Torre and the castle where you guys are, which is the eastern gate.
Assuming that's the
which
gate where
is-
the horse is going to be.
Nope. The west gate towards Magda's Tavern at the Stag's Head is where that is all going to
Going to
be.
happen.
Yep.
Okay.
As that is where the road that a lot of you came here on is.
Okay.
So you guys can definitely head towards the shop. This would be the. Oh my god! I need to open this page up again. Okay. All right. So you guys, well, Leaf is heading there. Are people going with Leaf? What's going on?
I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
So you guys head
Since
up
you guys
there.
stole from once already, right?
Nobody knows that.
You guys head up back towards. I'm sorry. You're at the castle, and you guys start working your way towards the Torre. asking a few people around, and using the rough information that Cassian gave you, you guys do find um, Nesta's Nook, a very
Mm.
very small little shop. Looks like it's one of those shops on the bottom floor, and they probably live right upstairs of the shop. Um, it's a very humble, small looking area. You see a lot of clothing in there inside, or displayed through the window. Some hats, some cloaks, um, all of which are um, they're themed very uh, similarly to the backpack, as though like everything she does, she tries to kind of keep the essence of what she took it from. So that you'll notice a cloak that looks woven of like reeds, um, that is shaped and stylized like a leaf. Um, as you guys enter, you do see a dark-haired woman um, sitting on like a, oh my gosh, what's it called? The
Stool?
yeah, she's sitting on a stool.
Porch.
Porch. She's sitting at a table, not crafting, but actually like kind of drawing out designs for things that she's wanting to make.
Like a workbench.
Yeah, sure. We'll call it a workbench. Like a drafting table. That's what I was thinking of. Uh, you guys enter, I assume. Um,
Do I
as
enter?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do I fit?
It's a small doorway. Um, I mean, there's room for like 3 or 4 people to be shopping around in there at once. There's also like a fitting area where measurements might be taken and things like that. Um, you'd you're 8 feet tall, correct?
Yes.
Your horns would be grazing would be kind of rubbing against the ceiling.
Well, if I look and people are like walking in and it looks small, I'll just sit outside.
Okay. So you guys watch as one swing kind of opens up the shop, the bell rings, and um, what you believe is most likely Nesta turns over and looks up and is kind of startled by the sight. And one swing kind of just like looks around, looks at Nesta, looks towards like out the door, and just kind of like backs out, scrunches himself out, and holds the door open um, for Eve to run in.
Yeah.
Um, so as you guys enter, Nesta says, "Hello. You guys are." She looks at Avier and notices the backpack and is like, "You guys are the ones that rescued my Tika. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. I cannot say how much I really appreciate that. Um, is there something else I can help you with?"
I think some people wanted to just shop around, but I'm set with the backpack. So
Good. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
just look around the shop.
That is a very special backpack. It was probably the most expensive item that I have ever made, and is one of my favorite craftings. As Stygian silk is very difficult to come across, but you'll find it very difficult for anyone to steal anything out of that.
I will take good care of it.
I appreciate you. And she bows her head very deeply. Um, Now, is there something in particular any of you are looking for?
Well, what do you have?
Well, I mean, I've got cloaks, I've got hats, I've got. I mean, I'm just essentially a clothing shop for the most part.
Do you have any lapels?
That's amazing.
Not I could make one.
Oh, never mind.
Okay. And she looks very confused at Tristan. Like that. Okay. Um, any anything else that?
What does this cloak do? The one that looks like it was made from reeds.
Oh, that's just. There's not a whole lot special about most of my things. I'm just like I said. I make simple clothes, and I like to try to make it true to the source. And this was this was made from a lot of the extra crops from the plains here. Um, so I tried to just fashion it into a leaf. It's a cloak. It keeps you dry.
Would you call that a leaf cloak?
Yeah, it does look like a leaf.
How much for it?
Uh, I would say for you, 3 silver pieces.
Okay, I'll buy it.
All right. So Leaf is the owner of a leaf cloak. It's it is very beautiful. You like feeling it. You are surprised at how soft and comfortable it is, considering that it is made of leftover plant material, and is quite warm, especially in the brisk mountain airs of Paranth. Is there anything else that I might be able to help you with?
I'm gonna open up the door and stick my head in and be like, "You got any really big hats?"
Um, I'm sure I could find something or craft something if you're wanting something special made. You're a little larger than the people I usually make clothes for, so I'm not sure I have anything your size, but that doesn't mean I couldn't make it.
Well, don't go through all that trouble. I just wanted to cover these horns.
Um, I might be able to get you like
I'm
another.
literally looking for a big old floppy farmer hat.
Yeehaw.
I mean, I do have I do have these hats, and she points at a handful of um, straw hats. They do look like they would be good for a farmer, um, but it almost looks like again she's using the same kind of like straw to make the hat as she did the cloak. So off the front it looks um, like another giant leaf kind of going. It's almost like a headband that covers the head, and then a leaf comes off the top and goes over the head.
I'll take it.
That one is probably my largest hat too, so it might be a little tight, but might fit you as well. That would also be I'll say a silver piece for that.
I'll crawl in on my hands and knees, and then reach up to the. I want to go in my pouch, grab a handful of gold, and just drop it on the counter.
Uh, that's really far
What?
far too much. But
Seven gold pieces.
oh my god.
I pick up 6 of them.
No, let it go.
Oh my god.
Thank you. This is really too kind after finding my daughter as well. If there's anything that you guys ever need crafted, or if you find interesting materials to make something out of, let me know, and I'll do my best to make something special for you.
I'm gonna nod and slowly back out.
And yeah, so keep in mind, like this room is still probably like has about an 8-foot ceiling. So it's almost ridiculous watching one swing kind of crawl hands and knees. Still a big dude. Clump a bunch of gold onto the counter and then back like scooch out. Thank you again. Is there anything else that I might help with?
Ooh, I have a request.
Uh-huh.
Do you have anything else that is bug related?
Bug related. You know, I don't have a lot of bug related things right now. Like I said, the Stygian rucksack, I used all of the silk that I had to create that. But nothing else bug related really.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I just thought since our friend is missing, he would probably like a gift when he came back.
Oh, there's one of you missing. I believe Cassian had mentioned that that he didn't see all of you back at the tavern. Well, I wish you luck in finding him.
Yep, we're going to go find him very soon. I hope.
Well, good luck to you. And pats you on the head.
Aw. +1 head pats.
+1 head pats. Take an inspiration die now. Anything
And I
else, you
just
guys?
I skip outside to hang out with one swing.
All right.
Yeah, Krakus has been outside with one swing too.
All right.
I think that's it for Tristan.
Yeah,
walk
let's
out.
go.
Ben, real quick, I didn't think of this when I bought this.
Uh-huh.
High or low, you pick.
High.
So anywhere between 80 to 100 on this D100. I break this hat. Everything else I'm good.
Yep, I dig it. I had a feeling that's where you were going with this.
I do not break it. 67.
Fantastic.
Who took the potions earlier?
So
given it to us
he hasn't
yet.
given it to you guys yet. He gave
Oh,
a
that's
note to
right.
the guard to have
That's right.
the potions, gold, horse and carriage, or horse and wagon set up for you guys.
We're getting a Hearst.
Hearses. Some hearses. All right. Are you guys heading back towards that gate? Are you what's the plan, Stan?
I'm gonna put my hat on.
Yeah, let's go see if we can find the halfling.
Alrighty. So you guys head towards the gate. You do notice a horse-drawn wagon and 4 additional horses. One of which is a very, very large horse. One swing. Go ahead and make a nature check.
Cocked. That is a 15.
A 15. You recognize this as an Asterian horse. They're very large built horses that are known to be not only very quick but very very strong.
So it's like one that my tribe would use because they could actually.
Correct, and you would know that these horses are in some essence fey.
Is that the one attached to the buggy, or is it one of the loose ones?
No, that one is the one attached to the wagon.
It is attached to the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go over to pet him. Survival?
Yep. Animal handling. Sorry.
Oh yeah, duh. That is a 15 again.
15.
Mhm.
The horse kind of like looks you in the eye, kind of looks at your demeanor. Um, doesn't back down, but definitely shows respect. Like, does the double chest bump with the peace sign. Respect.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
whole yeah, we're a team now. Let's go.
Yep. Again, this horse is pretty large. So standing next to you, the body does come probably up to your mid torso. So it is a horse in some instances that you might be able to ride as well.
Yeah, that's why I asked if it was connected or not. But if it's connected to the buggy, then
Well, the other good thing is now I've seen it.
Yes, you have. Which means I need to come up with a stat block for it.
Lobster people.
And one of the guards walks over and hands you guys a bag of gold. So this is your 350 gold of kind of payment ahead of time, and notes a pouch in the wagon that carries the potions, five potions of healing.
Cool. Tristan walks over to the bag and starts rummaging through it,
You find 5 potions of healing.
and he's gonna take one.
Okay.
Does anybody else want a potion?
I'm good.
maybe you should put him in your bag, Aver.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I'll carry him
Yeah.
for everybody. Unless
Tristan
somebody
is
wants
going to
farm
keep
out.
his one.
Okay.
I'm not going to, but my thinking is she may not get hurt. I'm gonna get hurt, and I'm not gonna waste any kind of action to drink a health potion. So y'all can just shove it down my gullet whenever I fall down. Thanks.
That's fair.
All right. The guard kind of gestures the road in the direction of where Reevestone would be. You guys start heading in that direction, or
Sure.
okay. So who's? I assume One Swing is probably going to be piloting the wagon.
Yes, 'cause I connected.
So there are 4 other horses. So
Serious
whoever's-
question: how many other people can be in this wagon when I'm in it?
So the Asterian horse can carry quite a lot. So you could probably have 1 or 2 other. I would say 1 full person and another half person.
Another half person.
So a child or a halfling.
Correct.
I'm gonna take a horse.
Okay, go ahead and make an animal handling check.
That's a 13.
13. Horse kind of looks at you, and as you're trying to get on it, it kind of steps away every once in a while. Takes you a little bit of time to get on it, but you eventually get there.
I'll take a horse too.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Oh, nice. Natty 20, so 22.
Yeah.
That horse looks at you and kind of almost lowers itself so that you can get on it more easily.
Nice.
How many horses were there? Is there another one?
4. There's
I
2
will
more.
take I will take a horse as well.
All right, animal handling.
That would be a 12.
12. similar thing to Leaf. The horse seems to notice that there's a rat hiding in your armor, and kind of starts moving around, kind of starts backing away, um, but does eventually
Can
let you get onto it.
okay.
Um, and is Krakus riding a horse?
Yeah, Krakus is going to definitely ride a horse if there's a horse that's big enough to handle.
You're tall, you're skinny, you're good.
Yeah, I was like, I'm tall but skinny.
Yeah, go ahead and make an animal handling check.
You just look like one of those clowns on one of the mini bikes.
Oh,
The druid just crit failed the animal handling check.
Oh no.
So I'm going to get kicked by the horse and then get on the wagon.
Yeah, so the horse kind of looks at the Furbolg and just doesn't. It can kind of smell that this Furbolg likes to take the form of a wolf pretty regularly, and anytime the Furbolg gets anywhere near it, it just backs away and eventually just runs back into the city.
oh, we lost the horse.
So, yep, that's down one horse.
I will hop on the cart.
And
Of all people that I was like, I should probably assist the other two. No, no, they rolled good. I don't have to assist. I don't have to assist the druid. He
The
got it.
+7 animal handling check. Nope.
Oh
Crit
man,
fail.
that's so
nice.
sad.
Gotta love those natty ones right where they count, right?
All right, we're off.
All right. So you guys head down. Are you essentially trying to get to Reefstone as fast as possible, or are you just going at a
Yes.
normal pace? Okay. So at a fast pace, is anyone keeping an eye out for?
Oh,
I
I am
will-
definitely not. I am
Nope.
writing the whole time.
No, I'm too dumb to do that.
I mean, should someone ride out ahead?
I will.
Okay.
All right. So Leaf takes
And I
up the
will-
lead.
I will look out from the cart and try and watch.
Okay. Go ahead and Leaf and Krakus, go ahead and make me perception checks.
21.
Hey,
21.
21.
Cool. As you guys are working your way down the road,
Downtown.
making my way downtown. Yeah.
We're not walking fast.
Riding fast.
So you guys do go
Trees so
through a little bit of mountains area before reaching the entrance to the Oakwald Forest. Now, a couple of you, this is nothing really new for you, but the Oakwald Forest is a very, very thick forest. We're talking, if you wanted to go off of the road at all, the horses would have a very difficult time navigating around the trees and roots that are all coming out. Some of the trees are so tall and go over the road that there's portions of the road that almost go into complete darkness for a little bit before emerging into some sunlight again. You guys don't notice anything particularly crazy. Occasionally, you guys notice some birds kind of flying through the trees, squirrels, things like that, just kind of roaming around. But other than that, pretty uneventful.
Just as a reference, I switched my weapons from a rapier to one of my javelins
Okay.
while on the horse.
Easy enough. And as you guys are heading out, probably be about 3 hours that you're heading out. Go ahead and make me another perception check, Leaf and Krakus.
Oh, and Ben, just as a reminder, I have the alert feat, so I can't be surprised.
Good to know.
Just as a reminder.
Thanks.
13.
13. Leaf.
19.
19. Okay. So okay. So kind of more of the same as you're heading down the road. Lots of trees, occasional darkness. As you guys do head into one of the more well-lit areas, you do notice a small little like sleeping bag like thing and sitting off to the side with a very small looking creature just sleeping on the side of the road. Yeah.
Do we want to check that out?
Yeah, somebody should check it out.
He has small legs. It might be him. He probably didn't get too far.
I'm gonna dismount from my horse
Okay.
and with my bow drawn, I'm going to approach, but stay out of a 10-foot radius. I'm just gonna yell at the creature or whatever's sleeping on the road.
Okay. So
Try to
you
wake it up.
you yell at the creature. Cam, what do you do?
5 more minutes.
Fucking idiot!
I'm gonna dismount and
put
go
my-
over and
I
slap
put my
him in the
bow
face.
away. I put my bow
Hey,
away and I just
hey.
grab him, throw him on the cart, and
What?
stick on my horse.
Go ahead and roll an attack at advantage because he is prone.
An 11.
No.
Yeah. Totally missed trying to slap him.
So you walk up, you reach down to slap it, he just kind of rolls over. It's like,
What the hell?
You deserve that.
Oh, it's y'all guys. Oh, it is good to see you.
Get on the cart. Let's go.
It is
Yeah.
right out.
You ran off and you couldn't even make it halfway there.
No, I was doubling back. I was on my way back already. I just decided I need a nap. I've already
so
been down to the mines.
Otto, I would say you were able to get your long rest, and since they decided to go shopping first.
Wow.
You're welcome.
That's what I was just hoping. I'm like, just take a little longer, guys.
The Lord said he needed time to get everything ready, so we had time.
Well, I'm Ooh, it is good to see you guys. So where are we heading? We have that breakfast thing. Oh, it's a little late for breakfast. Maybe we can get a dinner going with the guy.
No, we did that already. We're on our way to Mora.
Someone put him in the cart and we'll explain on the way.
I can walk myself. Oh, well, big guy, I got you this, and I throw you an entire jar of moonshine.
Yes. You see me with a weird hat on my head.
Nice hat. So we're heading to Morath. I think that's where they were heading. I stopped at the mines. I could see them across the way there, heading south. I was just really tired, so I decided to double back, try and catch up with y'all, but took a nap. So I'm getting into the cart as I'm saying this.
He's just in there and she's just waving at him.
You tagging along with us too?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, it is nice to see you here again. I'm gonna sleep a little bit longer because I'm tired. I walked all night.
I'm
Okay,
gonna.
have fun.
We sent 50 gold to your parents.
Oh, sweet. Thanks for that.
I'm gonna give him back his 27 gold.
21.
Okay, 21.
I only had 21. Oh, thanks. I assume that you found your money then?
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. Well, we'll catch up tonight, a couple hours from now.
All right.
On the way to Morath.
Yep. So this
Should
is
we stop somewhere?
this is where I'm going to ask you guys what looking at the map, what direction are you guys wanting to attempt to take to Morath?
Where are we?
So you guys are close. You guys are about 2 hours away. 2 hours travel away from the border into Otterlin. Um, getting close to the mines of Endovier. The way the road works is it does go straight down along the Avery River, which you guys will be probably won't make it there in the first day's travel. But along the second day, you'll have the option to either cross the Avery and the Farion Gap and go towards Aniel and work your way to Morath more through the forest. The other option the road will take you is down towards Rifthold. Along
Otterland's the D-bags that didn't like us because we were all different, huh?
Correct.
Yeah, I don't
We should
wanna
probably-
head that way.
We should probably avoid their main city then.
Yes.
Okay.
It won't be that bad.
Maybe if you look like you, not if you look like me.
I mean, probably.
All right.
We'll just keep going on the path less traveled.
Okay. It seems
As long as everybody's cool with that.
sounds easy enough. I assume you guys are just going to travel until it's time to rest, or you until your horses are tired.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't have horses though, because mine doesn't love me.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Krakus. So you guys continue traveling on your way, and as you travel, you guys notice the layout of the land makes a drastic change all of the sudden as you enter, as you kind of go off. As you go out of the forest a little bit along the road, you guys notice in between two very small mountains, a big kind of wall. It almost looks like you know what? Let me send you a picture. We'll put it into Erilea chat and just make it super simple so I don't have to explain it. Haha.
Oh, but what about the viewers?
I will open it up for the viewers as well. So viewers of the stream, what they are seeing are the front gates to the salt mines of Endovier. Where's my live scene? There it is.
So Otto, how do we get in?
Oh, you won't go
Literally,
in there?
I don't. How else do you want to get to Morvath? More bath. More.
We'll go around it.
more Bath. Yeah, so you guys notice the road doesn't go in there. You're just entering kind of a very barren plain that leads up to that wall. The road itself continues to travel southward.
Oh, then it doesn't matter. We can just leave it behind.
Just letting you know what it looks like. Yeah.
As we're probably like an hour or so before I think that we're gonna have to like set camp.
Mhm.
Like when it starts getting a little bit darker, I'm gonna wake up Otto and tell him to go hunt. Get food for the night.
All right.
Oh, it is easy. I know this place like the back of my hand, and I just scuttle off.
Okie doke. Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Alright, Taddy. 15.
15. So venturing not too far off the road, you do notice a lot of squirrels and some kind of like lower feeding small animals that kind of traverse the Oakwald Forest. So some rabbits, some squirrels, some birds, couple of probably you would probably notice a couple of turkeys wandering around with a survival check of 15, but
Gobble gobble.
that would be the biggest thing that you would encounter.
I'm gonna try and get as much as possible.
Okay.
This is my element. I am
Go ahead and
murdering all the woodland critters.
murdering
Oh, no.
all the woodland critters.
Yes, destroy the ecosystem.
Go ahead and just roll me another survival check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Yeah, I would say very easily you're able to catch 5 rabbits and a turkey.
Nice. I'll take them back to
Um,
camp and gut them
and-
right there.
All right, so you guys making camp for the evening off the side of the road, or are you heading more into the forest to make your camp? You guys essentially just made it around the plains of Endovier, but staying along the road close to the forest. So forest to your left, plains and Endovier to your right. If you're on the road.
We can do just off the side of the road without going too deep if everybody's okay with that.
That's what I would
Yeah.
suggest.
We can take turns on watch.
Alrighty. So I guess who's taking first watch? Or I mean, so
I will, because I've recently slept.
okay.
I'll stay up with them.
All right. Go ahead. Either roll.
Actually, before everyone goes to sleep,
Okay.
I want to kind of sneak over towards Avier.
Oh God.
Okay. Are you trying to
wanna-
do so stealthily, or are you just kind of
I'm
shuffling?
I'm
over
just
there?
not like actively doing. I'm just like using my small size and the fact that I know these woods to just around to her without anyone really noticing too much.
Sure. Still roll me a stealth check.
That's a D12. That's a 5, but a 13.
Oh.
Oh no,
Uh,
14 now.
14.
Ah.
I don't see them.
The
Nope.
only one Avier doesn't seem to take notice. The only ones that kind of notice that you're moving in that direction are Krakus and Leaf.
All right.
Gonna watch but not say anything.
So creepy magic lady.
Yeah.
I don't even want to. I'm gonna. You want to talk? I'm gonna come over there.
Okay.
It's like awkward scoot over
Yeah.
towards like the edge of the woods. So I just wanted to say, you know, why I didn't expect you to like come up there. That was really cool. And I'm sorry that I kind of just like, you know, fucking took off, you know, family and all that. I don't know if that matters to you, but it matters to me. But I just wanted to say thank you, I guess. And here, and I just hold out this purple, this like medium-sized purple flower.
Oh. Well, I don't really get the whole family thing, but thanks for the gesture. That's pretty cool of you.
Thanks. And I just like dart back around.
Oh, what a weird little man.
Um,
I said that out loud. That wasn't fair.
It's a very nice purple flower. It's like a big bush of catmint. If you know what catmint looks like.
I'm googling it right now.
Okay.
Ooh, I want to know what that looks like. Too.
Oh, that's pretty. It's like
as-
cheap lavender.
Yep. But
Ooh.
you do notice other like flowers like it in the vicinity. So it does seem to be something native.
So he probably just picked it out of the ground and just handed it to me. That's what we're going with here.
You believe
No,
what
it
you
definitely
want
looks
to
like it's
believe.
been handled for a bit.
Okay. Even better.
He picked it a while ago. Thought of you a long time ago. It's just, running through the woods.
All right, she doesn't understand any form of friendly affection, so she's just gonna shove it in her pocket and go back to the group.
Fair enough.
She stuffs it in her pocket and heads back to the camp. Anything you guys are wanting to discuss before bedding down for the evening?
While we're eating, I'm gonna look at everybody and be like, does anybody want to talk about the fact that I bleed the same color as those creepy fucks? Or
You know, I thought it would be better if we just kind of let that go for now so that we don't have to kill you.
That's not normal.
I feel like it has something to do with the thing around your neck.
Yeah.
Do you
Wait,
want me to try and make that go away? Because I could try.
Is black
me a
blood
cup
for
of
you
water.
not normal?
everybody in my, I don't know, maybe as long as I can remember, I bleed black.
Well,
You
then
don't
yeah.
swing your
See,
sword at me, so I don't care.
What? I actually missed that.
You don't swing your sword at me, so I don't care.
Okay, I just wanted to say that I don't want to kill you guys, and
Make a history check for me, One Swing.
oh great, cool. Let's use an intelligence stat. Perfect. It's great. Yeah.
Actually, I'll let you do. I mean, survival would be the other thing.
Well, survival is 11.
Go ahead and make a survival check then.
That's 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
You notice that you do know that others from tribes around you who also are Goliaths, they do not bleed black.
It's just my tribe.
Specifically, it's you and people who have held your
Position.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's normally the higher up, so maybe it is something to do with this ring.
I mean, do you feel like burning down buildings and digging holes in them?
I mean, I like killing, but I like killing, things that aren't good.
Yeah, no problem then. Seems like a quinky dink to me.
I think there are definitely things that we don't understand yet, and having you on our side could help us try to figure them out.
Agreed.
I mean, I don't understand, but I mean, at least that much makes sense.
Did we ever figure out what these things were?
The things being the rings.
No,
Yeah, I'm asking that in character because no one ever explained that, and I wasn't
Oh,
around.
right.
it's
Like-
some sort of stone.
A stone.
Uh,
I thought these were people. I don't even know about the rings.
you would know about
You would
the
know about the rings because
But I know about
Yeah.
okay.
because you
Oh,
you
so
were there
for
when
the
you guys
first
collected
fight.
the first bench.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Full bottle.
So these
Yeah.
rings, these rings turn people into things. That rhymed.
It seems like they might possess people, or there might be outside forces at work here.
Oh, yeah.
Because the people who we were fighting, he had pitch black eyes, and then he didn't. He
I mean,
transformed.
I've woken up like that before. Some of Pappy's moonshine batches on the early on, that was rough stuff.
I don't think this is natural.
Well, I definitely don't think it's natural. The tribe that I'm from, we used to battle another tribe, and that other tribe used to deal with black magic and offering themselves for more power. And my dad's from that other tribe.
The black magic.
Yeah, but my mom's a high druid in my tribe.
So, like what Spoopy Magic Lady does.
No,
Not
I
a
think
druid.
more like what I.
No, the black magic. I know what a druid is. The
No.
whole.
I don't. They talked with like demons. I think I don't evil.
Do you talk with demons too? I'm pointing at
No, that's not my shtick.
Oh. Does anyone here talk to demons before?
There's a demon that talks to me in my head sometimes.
Oh,
I'm just gonna this demon.
Okay.
Okay.
Leaf was trying to sleep, but now
What did you say, Otto?
Leaf's
I'm
like
gonna
down,
go
just caught.
telepathically. You mean this demon?
There it goes again. It said this demon.
never mind. I'm going back to sleep.
And then I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna telepathically talk to Leaf. You're not safe.
Do I recognize the voice?
Make an intelligence check for me.
Intelligence.
No, I don't.
Nope. As a matter of fact, it kind of keeps you up a little bit.
Do you say anything, Leaf?
No. I just lay there pretending to sleep with my eyes wide open.
I'm just gonna be like, it talked to me again.
Leaf just pulls his like blanket like a little more over his head.
But yeah, he was a warrior of the other tribe, and I think that's why I grew horns and why I can get so strong and angry sometimes.
It's because you're horny.
It has been a while.
gross. I'm going to bed.
What do you mean horny? You mean he has horns?
Oh, Eve, come on. We're gonna go.
Exactly what we mean.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Tristan, does anybody have any vials?
I have a jar. If you can empty it in one swig.
Oh God.
Oh no.
No.
Function in general.
Could always try.
Oh God.
All right, here you go.
But I was
hand
looking
him a
for
jar.
like an empty vial, and I take a swig.
How
That's
much?
the
How
talking.
big of a swig are we talking?
How
Chug,
strong
chug,
is it?
Chug, chug. You
You smell it?
Hold on. Let me roll. Ben, high or low?
Hi.
He takes a big ol' swig.
No.
Hell yeah, boy! We're gonna get litty tonight.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That'll be a 6.
Oh.
Get lost in the sauce.
Tristan takes a big swig and falls unconscious.
Oh.
Hey, look at that. He might
gonna-
be big, but he can't handle the liquor.
I'm gonna throw a blanket on top of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna lift up his head and put like a rock underneath it as a pillow,
Oh,
because that sounds comfortable to one swing.
He's gonna have neck pain in the morning.
oh
Rock works perfect for one swing.
As long as I don't respond to the voices, it's okay.
What'd you say, Leaf?
I,
And Tristan occasionally like talks in his sleep. Just
I'm gonna sleep close to the fire.
No, not over there.
Oh, I'm gonna break out the
oh god.
the bits of rags
Do you
that we
want some
got
more
from the
cheese?
blacksmith, and
Stuff your ears.
I'm gonna stuff my ears and try to sleep.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
gonna.
that's too much cheese. That's too much cheese.
So Tristan's passed out. Leaf is trying to sleep next to the fire. Evie and Eve are off trying to sleep. I'm gonna keep passing the moonshine around and offering it to Krakus every time it comes around between me
Where
and
did
one
everybody
swing.
else
And
go?
Krakus never takes the moonshine.
So I just want to throw out there, Tristan took like a quarter of what was in that.
That's perfectly
No.
fine.
Oh, Tristan's about to have his first hangover tomorrow, possibly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely a hangover that he's never had before.
And I'm going to say that I will be drinking lightly while we're on this watch, not
Okay.
heavily.
No, that feels fine just right there.
Okay.
Voices.
Tristan's
Every
talking
so
in his
often,
sleep.
I'll
He said
just
he's talking in his sleep, so he's talking
Yep.
in his sleep.
Every so often, I'll just laugh in Leaf's head.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh
He's
my.
gonna take a point of exhaustion from lack of sleep.
Oh, that's itched for a while.
Jesus. All right, yeah. So, would you like us to make perception
Yes,
checks or anything
please,
like that?
please do.
I'm just going to assist the quarterling. I'm not going to roll on my own unless you want me to roll on my own.
So I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, no. You can roll. Roll on your own one swing.
Okay.
So, unless you have.
Nope. Mine's a 9.
I got an 11.
An 11 and a 9.
I rolled a 3. Or sorry, no, I rolled a 6.
Oh, okay, that's fine. You guys don't notice anything. You kind of keep an eye out while everyone else is sleeping. Tristan still occasionally spouting some words of
No,
nonsense.
Avier, that's too much to steal. Don't steal that much.
It's never too much.
But your watch goes by uneventful. And is someone taking a second watch?
I'll take the second watch.
Oh, I'll nudge Leaf.
Poor dude.
Leaf is awake.
Leaf hasn't slept yet.
But you want to take second watch with elf magic lady?
I have a name.
Elf magic.
I forgot it in real life. I'm sorry.
Oh man. Oh,
I literally just said it.
Yep,
I literally just said
he
it.
did.
I
in my
know,
sleep.
but Camp keeps saying spoopy magic lady, and that gets stuck in my head.
You know, I kind of like that though, but it is Avier.
Do you say that to me? You have a name?
Yeah, that was out loud.
I'm gonna reach in my coin purse and just drop coin
Oh my
in
god.
your lap.
I don't want your money, you big oaf.
6 coins
Maybe
don't hurt me.
Oh my god.
Avier will always take money.
Go back to sleep.
Oh, he's still
Tristan
sleeping.
is
He's not
asleep.
awake. He is asleep.
I'll
take
as
second
comedy.
Leaf is,
Okay.
as I'm going to bed and one swing lays down, I'm gonna go over to Leaf and be like, mouth the words while I'm telepathically telling him, I'm just fucking with you, but don't tell the big guy.
I just sigh, the biggest sigh of relief that Leaf has ever sighed in his entire life.
I have a demon that talks to me.
And Avier would have probably heard that me telling him that too. So Evie
Well,
would
no,
probably
no,
be
you-
aware of doing
No,
that.
you mouthed
told-
it and said it
you
telepathically.
mouthed it.
Oh, that's
You said it
right. Yeah, never
telepathically.
mind. You just
All
see me
she-
mouth
all she-
something to him. and walk
And then
I
away.
am
it's just-
so not concerned.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass out.
All right. Go ahead and go ahead and roll perception checks, you guys.
Oof, 8.
17.
17. Okay. So you you notice.
Quick questions.
Yes.
Sorry. That liquor wasn't magical at all, was it?
No.
No,
Okay, good. Just making sure. You can
That is-
continue.
that is pure mountain moonshine.
That is pure,
Okay.
strong, home distilled moonshine from a mountain village.
Yeehaw.
Your watch, as you're kind of keeping an eye out, you notice some of the nocturnal creatures starting to move around. Some owls, a handful of like field mice and things like that, moving through the fields and the tree line. But also, watch goes by pretty uneventful. And who wants to take the final watch for the night?
I will take that watch.
I will
Alright.
join him.
Okie doke. You guys go ahead and roll me some perception checks.
Ooh, okay. That's a 14.
14?
That's a 21.
21. Oh my gosh. Okay. Another watch goes by uneventful. Everyone starts to wake up in the morning as the sun kind of comes over the trees. You guys notice that with the current weather, the leaves are all already brown, so the sun coming over it almost makes the forest look golden, with the light breaking over it. And you guys kind of look towards the main walls of Endovier, and it looks fucking hot over there. And yeah.
Is Tristan awake yet?
Tristan, you wake up with liquid courage. So you have
Cool.
5 temporary hit points, advantage on strength checks, saving throws, charisma ability checks. Just for the first hour of the morning.
Is he hungover at all, or is he still drunk?
No, he is fine.
How do I add that?
I have
Do
no
I know?
idea. You
Okay.
just try to remember that. It only lasts for a short amount of time.
Okay.
So
I am gonna ask one swing. Be like, hey, can I get that scarf back?
Give it to him.
Oh, thank you. My sister made this for me. It's kind of special for me, so.
Well, thanks for giving it to me, bud.
Well, you needed it. Didn't want you to choke on all that gas. You have a lot of people to kill still.
That we do.
all right. You guys just immediately heading off for the day, for the journey ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say so. Just to kind of speed traveling along, you guys will be making it to about. You guys will be passing the Avery River today and getting to the edge of the Farion Gap. So if someone just wants to helm a perception check,
I will.
okie doke, go for
I
it.
can assist or roll as well.
It is a 24.
Okay.
Never mind.
Never mind.
I'm not that smart or that strong, but I know what's going on.
So most of the journey goes by pretty uneventfully. You guys do start to hear the trickling of the Avery as you start to as the road starts to kind of go along it. It is a pretty wide river, considering how far inland you guys currently are. Um, Definitely, probably about 25, 30 feet across, um, from at some of the widest gaps that you're finding of it. As you um, kind of start to pass the last of the Rune Mountains, you and enter the Farion Gap. You guys notice it's a the Farion Gap is um, essentially a deep canyon between the Rune Mountain Range and the White Fang Mountain Range. Um, as uh, as you guys get closer, it does look a lot drier here. Think like Nevada mountain ranges. Um, uh, yeah, so it's significantly drier. The Farion Gap is completely devoid of any kind of life. No trees, no grass growing there. Um, it is a just a barren canyon that leads into the western wastes. Um, and as you guys do approach, you do hear a a loud screech, and see a flying dragon-like creature flying above you, kind of circling where you guys are. Probably about 75 feet in the air.
So, just for information, that's bad. And I just point up.
Can we kill it?
I mean, I have heard stories that it's possible, but that's bad.
What is it?
Go ahead and make a nature check.
Me too.
Yeah, you can make a nature check as well.
Okay.
18.
18?
I got a 18 as well.
So, both of you guys would know that the Farion Gap in the Western Wastes is home to wyverns, especially the mountains of the White Fang and the Rune Mountains. Wyverns do tend to really enjoy hunting the Farion Gap and the Oakwold Forest around the mountains.
Do you say what it is, Krakus?
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, we like to call them Flappy Stinky Fox. And that tells you pretty much what they do. They flap around and they sting you. Do not recommend.
You guys notice
far up is
after it's about 75 feet up.
75 feet up?
Yep.
Oh.
You guys do notice after the screech, a second wyvern is flying overhead as well.
Well,
Circling.
so guys, as the local, not necessarily local, but around local, and survivalist here, I recommend we contact the enemy now, and I'm gonna shoot my bow up.
I'm gonna get Eldritch Blaze.
All right, go ahead and let's roll attacks on the bow and the Eldritch Blast, and go ahead and roll initiative.
Woo.
Not one, but I guess I re-roll that.
Imagine rolling that one on initiative.
16.
16 for Otto. One swing.
22.
Krakus.
4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Avier.
21.
All right. Tristan.
Oh,
19.
19. Leaf.
15.
15, and Eve.
4.
Oh, goodness. Twice in a row, Eve's been at the bottom of initiative.
I have a +3 to my dex though, so someone else
Yeah.
had a 4.
No,
So
I get to go last.
yeah. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Ye to the haw.
Otto, let's get a roll on that bow.
Oh, the 16 was my attack roll.
Oh.
Sorry,
Oh.
I thought
Yeah, I also had rolled I rolled 2 dice.
I will roll.
but-
My initiative is actually a 14.
Okay.
Sorry, I got confused there.
All good.
Yeah, it's like I rolled 1 and then I rolled my initiative die. So I was like,
Okay. Okay. Sorry, let me write this because 16 does hit, so go ahead and roll damage. And your Eldritch Blast, Eve?
was a 16 plus stuff.
Okay, it hits. Go ahead and roll
Okay, where's
the
my
damage.
D10? Are you my D10?
Almost max damage, 10.
10?
Okay. I can't find my D10. This is embarrassing. Okay, found it. So that's 3 plus 5, which is 8.
8 and 10. So you guys aim straight up and do 18 damage to the first one that had roared, I assume, or are you guys aiming?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your key. Alrighty. That brings us to the top of initiative. One swing. You are up first.
So they're like 70 some feet in the air.
About 75 feet in the air.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna pull up my greatsword and I'm gonna stand there real big and shit, and I'm gonna hold my attack until one of these fucks gets close enough.
Alrighty, holding your attack. Sounds good. Just a plain old attack.
Yeah, just with my sword.
Okay. Avier, that brings us to you. Tristan, you're on deck.
Cool.
Uh-oh,
I'm
spaghettios.
going to cast Magic Missile on the one that they just attacked.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. You having all of the magic missiles hit it?
Yes.
Okay.
So it should be 2, right?
Okay.
I'm casting as a second level spell.
Yes.
You're casting a second level. It's
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's 4.
4.
Oh, is it
because it's
4?
3 at
Oh,
level
because it's
1.
3 normally. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's 14.
14 points of damage.
Because it automatically hits.
Nice. Awesome. So you guys see one swing kind of pull out his great sword, look up at them, think for a second, and just kind of like goes into
Batter
a
up.
stance, just waiting for him to do something.
Feet
and as
across, sword waving behind my back, just waiting.
as Avier does that, or as one swing does that, Avier kind of points up to the sky, and these 4 bolts of energy just shoot from around her and attack the wyvern that was hit with the arrow and the eldritch blast. Doing some damage over here. It's looking a little angry. Which brings us to Tristan. And then Leaf, you'll be up shortly after.
I will also cast Eldritch Blast on the same wyvern.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll an attack.
That would be a 16.
16 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I gotta find my d10s. 1 second.
You guys notice as Tristan watches what Eve did.
8 damage.
8 damage. To the same one, or are you attacking the other one?
Same one.
Same one. Tristan looks like, you know what? I've been thinking about this, and also lets loose a blast of eldritch energy
Of Eldritch.
up at the wyvern. It's getting real angry. Seeing that it is does that end your turn?
That ends my turn.
Okie doke. So you after that blast of eldritch energy comes down, the wyvern that has been attacked the most heads directly to. Let's see. Let's see. One swing will be not one swing. Aviar will be a 1 or a 2. Tristan will be a 3 or a 4, and Otto will be 5 or 6, and Eve will be 7 or 8. That's a 1.
Damn it.
So the wyvern goes and dives towards the where the magical energy, the magical missiles attacked him from, and is going to make 2 attacks.
Shit.
Does he come close to me at all?
You are on the wagon, Aviar. I assume I guess I should have figured out a marching order here.
I would have got off the wagon and just stood by everybody, I guess would be the way to put it, like in front, if it was like a marching order.
Okay.
Like in between where the wyverns would have been coming from and the group.
I would probably say you'd be about 10 feet away from her.
Okay.
But definitely off the wagon makes perfect sense. Kind of standing near, you would likely stand near the wagon itself, with Eve and Krakus being Eve, Krakus, and Otto being on the wagon itself.
Yeah.
So Aviar, he is going to make 2 attacks on you, one with its bite and the other with its stinger. So the bite is going to be a 18 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and the stinger is going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah, Jesus.
The bite. Oh my goodness, I just had D6. Where was it? The bite is going to do 10 points of piercing damage.
My God.
And the stinger is going to do 8 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck. 19.
19?
Yeah, 18 plus 1.
Let's see. Okay. Easy enough. You take 4 points of additional poison damage.
Oh my fucking fuck. Y'all, I'm gonna die.
No.
And as it comes down and bites Aviar and swings its tail to slap her around a bit as well, it lets out a roar. This thing is pretty beefy. Not as you guys are looking at it, not as big as your standard wyvern. This one looks a little smaller than what wyverns usually are. Yeah. And then the second wyvern is going to come down and let's do this again. Is going to attack at the wagon at Otto with a bite attack, a natural 1, and a tail attack, which is a 12 to hit.
Why couldn't those have been your rolls against me?
I'm sorry.
So I get to use my held action.
Go for it.
with this, I'm gonna flex my new feet here and roll at disadvantage and see if I can ring this motherfucker's bell.
Ring
Alrighty.
his bell.
All right, first one is a 17.
Okay.
Second one is a 14 plus 7.
But definitely hits.
So both hit.
Yep.
So I will roll for damage, and you have to beat a con save of 15, or that wyvern is stunned until the top of my next turn.
Oh.
Okay. Let's need to look at the wyvern stats again. You said a con save?
Con save of 15 because I'm not raging.
Ooh, that is a 7.
He is stunned. Rung his bell.
So
That is
this wyvern lands like kind of on the wagon itself, tries to bite at Otto, misses, and then gets attacked upon by one swing. What's the damage?
13 damage.
Nice. And then it's hit so hard that you kind of see its eyes kind of glaze over, and it kind of, that way that you kind of move your head when you're dizzy. That's what's happening to this wyvern right now, and it is stunned.
Everybody gets advantage on that. Fuck.
Quick question: How far away would I be from Avier?
Probably also about 10 feet.
Okay.
Don't worry about me. I'll take care of it.
She has all of our healing potions. And
Yes.
I'm gonna chug them all.
All of them.
Toss him back. That ends the wyvern's turn and brings us to Leaf. Krakus, you're on deck.
I'm gonna attack the one that's attacking the wagon.
Isn't Eve going before me?
Yeah, I would
I'm
be
sorry,
before
Eve.
Kraken.
You're on deck. Sorry,
Yeah.
you are correct.
You have advantage.
Yes, you have advantage on the one that is on the wagon.
Which means
Sneak attack.
attack.
Yes, it does.
I assume, are you getting off your horse and moving towards it, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay. And rapiering it, or are you shooting it with your arrow? Bow.
I'm going to be using my rapier.
Okie doke. Go ahead and roll an attack.
At advantage.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nat 20.
Ooh.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Double that sneak attack damage.
Oh my gosh.
Double the dice, and then add your attack modifier.
1d8 plus 2d6. 22 plus 3 is 24.
24 points of damage. Nice. And that was doubled the dice and everything?
Yeah, that was. I can't hit that normally.
I was just making sure. So you guys see Leaf leap off of his horse, run forward, and just slash at the kind of the wings, the wing of the wyvern itself, over the wagon, and cuts a nice big tear into that wing. Still stunned. Is that the end of your turn? You do have your
no,
offhand
I'm gonna
attack
use
as well.
I'm going to use my dagger and
Okay.
attack as well.
All right. Go ahead and roll an attack.
18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
1d4.
Did you roll that at advantage?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I
Always
said
a
add
chance for a nat
advantage.
20.
Like 4 times.
My second roll was worse.
Okay.
It's just for the chance of getting the nat 20. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5. I did 5 points of damage.
5 more points of damage.
Ooh.
Nice. Nice. All right. Does that end your turn? Are you staying there, or are you?
Yeah, I'll stay there.
Okie doke. That brings us to Eve.
All right, first thing I'm going to do is I'm getting out of the cart because I don't want to be in this thing's melee range when it gets on stun.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to cast Hex on it.
Okie doke. And that's. Oh,
I get an extra 1d6.
right. Okay.
And it will have disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Okie doke.
All right, so I will cast that on D&D Beyond. Okay. And then I will use my action to do Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, that was a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Was that at advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
My first roll was kind of sad. Why do I keep losing my D10? I hate this.
Wait, hold on. Did I switch?
Hmm?
Did I skip Tristan?
No,
No, I went.
Huh.
He went.
Okay.
You skipped
went.
me, but I'll go at the end.
Tristan used his Eldritch Blast.
Perfect. Okay. Right.
Okay, so ooh, and then plus my D6 for
That's because I
Hex.
didn't write auto in here.
9 plus 3 plus
It's all good.
5. So 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage?
Yes.
Damn.
Gotta love Agonizing Blast. That's such a good Eldritch Invocation.
This one it came down to the wagon is starting to realize it was a real bad idea because it is looking hurt. Does that end your turn, Eve?
Yes.
I'm going to go back to auto and then I'll go to Krakus. Sorry.
I'm not offended at all.
It's like right in melee range with me.
Yeah, it's right over top of you almost. In the wagon.
Drop the bow, pull the two short swords, and Hunter's Mark it before trying to stab it up through the under the head.
All right, go for it. Roll an attack. Ugh.
24.
Yeah, that hits.
14.
14 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
All right. You guys are just, as this thing is just like dazed and confused, are just pummeling it from every angle, and like blood is essentially pouring into the wagon itself. It's starting to look even worse. Which brings us to Krakus.
So I saw this thing take a pretty good swipe at my fellow magic user friend. And I would like to, seeing this and thinking about it, summon a healing spirit.
Okay.
Yeah,
And it is going to come up. I'm crossing off one of my second level spells, and now I get that is a bonus action to do that. And no, it is a bonus action to do that. And concentration for up to 1 minute. I get a cube, a 5-foot cube to heal 1d6 to whoever comes in contact with that cube.
Okay. Of your choice, I assume. You're not healing the
Correct.
the wyverns.
Correct.
Okay.
And let me just make sure there's not anything else I add to plus my spellcasting modifier. Oh no, that's how many times it can heal. It can heal up to 6 things.
Where did you put the cube?
Wherever it's gonna do the best for us.
It's a 60-foot cube.
It is
With
a
a 5.
5-foot cube.
5-foot cube within a 60-foot range.
Oh, okay. You could essentially put it on the wagon, and that would heal. It would heal Otto, yourself, and one swing.
Okay.
Or if you're specifically trying to make sure that Avier gets healing,
Yeah.
you would
I'm gonna hit
essentially.
Avier and whoever else needs it there.
Okay, so it would hit Avier. It would be close to Tristan, but
That's
not quite in the range.
uh,
Which
yeah,
I don't need healing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else is okay, but Avier is the one who I'm worried about healing. So
Okie doke.
Aw,
you
thanks.
take 6 points of healing because I rolled well that time.
Yay, thank you.
Nice.
And she takes that at the top of your turn every time if she's in it, correct? Is that how this works?
It'll be her turn.
Her
Yeah.
turn.
It
So I
can't,
don't take it now?
No, I believe I get to choose who I heal with it. Because I can move it as a bonus action. I
Yeah.
can move the cube as a bonus action. So and I can heal them up to 6 times now.
This is
Oh,
healing
okay.
spirit, right?
Yes.
Are you using the errata or are you using just the base? Because the base it sits there for a minute and you can just have people conga line through it and get full health.
And this says this is so it says I can move it 30 feet and then it can heal up to 6 times.
Oh, so that's the errata version then.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And then I would like to, as an action, cast Barkskin on myself.
Okie doke. Easy enough. And that
And
is a concentration spell.
I would not
I
like to do
found
that.
out.
Then
No. Yeah.
I can't have 2
You
concentration.
can't have
spells.
2 concentration spells up, so you would.
Then I will not do that, and I will. I would like to give resistance to my friend Avier.
Oh.
Also a concentration spell.
Oh.
Son of a! I am not used to this.
It's all good.
So it was so relatable.
You do still have a wyvern over you that you could potentially.
Then I'm gonna shillelagh the crap out of this thing
Alrighty. Go ahead and
with
roll
my
an
quarterstaff,
attack.
because this never happens. That is a 19 plus 7, 26.
Yeah, 26 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Well, I rolled a 1 on the damage, so that is 6 points of damage.
You guys see Krakus kind of lift his head, turn towards Avier, kind of take a like a leaf off of him, throw it towards her, and a spirit forms next to her, giving off
Sort
a.
of looks like a dryad, a transparent dryad.
Easy enough. So the leaf kind of spreads out and becomes the hair of this spectral dryad, giving off this healing aura. And after he does that, he lifts his quarterstaff up and jabs it straight into the wyvern in front of him. And as he does so, vines and thorns start to form at the end of it, and hits that wyvern with some damage. You said 8 points?
6.
My bad. You could have lied, and I would have never remembered.
I could have.
See, we're just good people.
Yeah.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Alrighty. That brings us back to the top. That ends your turn, I assume. Are you staying in the wagon, or are you?
Yeah, because I don't think well, no, I can disengage. I would like to disengage.
It's stunned. It can't attack you.
Yeah, you can literally just.
Yeah, then I'm gonna move away
Alrighty.
about 15 feet.
Okie doke. Towards where Avier is, or towards where Eve went?
Towards Eve.
Okie doke.
Yeah.
Easy enough. That
It's
brings
all
us back
about
to the top of initiative, which is Huanswing. Avier, you're on deck.
This wyvern in front of me still not dead.
No, he's hurting, but he's not dead.
Okay, I'm gonna swing my sword at him.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack.
That is a 18.
18 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 15 damage.
15 damage. Okie dokie. So one swing, as he's watching his friends just repeatedly take swing after swing at this wyvern, it just spewing blood and bits of scales off onto the wagon itself. He goes ahead and swings his massive greatsword over and kind of cleaves into the other wing. And it's looking really, really rough. Does that end your turn?
Yeah.
All right. It is no longer stunned. It kind of shakes off, looks at one swing, and has a deep guttural growl again.
I growl back.
Sure. Avier, you're up. Tristan, you're on deck.
How close together are the two wyverns?
So you are currently being attacked by one, so that one's right next to you, and then the other one's probably about 10, maybe 15 feet away from that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray on the one right in front of me.
The one right in front of you?
Yeah, the one that just wrecked me.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Ooh, that's a 17 to hit?
17 hits.
Hell yeah.
You notice that these aren't like full-on dragons. Their scales are nowhere near as thick as a dragon's would be. So they're significantly easier to pierce.
That's 10 damage.
10 damage. Nice.
10 fire damage, just in case that makes a difference.
That does not make a difference.
Okay.
All right. Is that
And then I'm going to, if I move away while I incur,
Yes, you will.
then I'm gonna just chill and I'll get knocked out if I get knocked out.
Alrighty. Which brings us to Tristan with the wyverns on deck and Leaf right after.
So, can I be in melee range of both of them at the same time? Are they 10 or 15 feet away from each other?
About 15 feet away from each other. Here's the thing. One of them is attacking Avier. The other is over the back of the wagon. So where Avier was only about 10 feet away from the wagon, the wyvern is still behind the wagon itself.
Okay, I'm just asking because it affects what I'm trying to do.
For sure. I just want to make the visual clear so that it makes sense.
So then I'm gonna move 5 feet towards the one attacking Avier.
Okay.
So I'm in melee range, and then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on, or is that that's a touch. So then I'm just gonna move around next to Avier, staying in melee range the whole time.
Yeah.
And cast Cure Wounds
On Avier? Okie doke.
Yes. So then that will give you.
You doing first level? Oh no, you don't have second level
Yes.
spells yet.
Correct. That is 9.
9 points of healing.
Dope. Thanks, bud.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Tristan runs up and reaches over to Avier and channels his deity's energy into her, healing up some of her wounds. And does that end your turn?
That actually. 1 second.
Leaf, you're up after the
That's
wyverns.
an action. Yeah, that ends my turn.
Okie doke, which brings us to the wyverns. The wyvern, seeing the scorching ray go up into its gut, will take another bite and claw attack at Avier. The bite is going to be a 10 to hit.
No.
And the claw is Ooh, 16 to hit.
That one hits.
Okie doke. That is. And that is going to be 12 points of slashing damage.
Fuck. Do I need to roll a con save again?
No, this is not a stinger attack. This is
Oh.
claws and bites.
This is claws. Okay.
And I'm gonna use Sentinel.
Okay. Go ahead and spend your reaction to take an attack.
Yep. We had dirty 19.
19 hits. Go ahead and.
Or, not dirty 19. This is just a regular 19. I rolled a 19.
It's
Oy.
dirty though.
I'm a little tipsy. Cool.
Everything's dirty.
Is it champagne night again?
No, it's not champagne. It's
Okay.
whiskey.
Oh, even better.
So that's that. Oh boy. 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Nice. I healed it instead. Okay, fixed it.
No.
I fixed it.
Minus 22.
I did. I did minus 22. Don't worry. It's looking really hurt. And the Wyvern on the wagon is going to look at One Swing and make a bite and stinger attack against One Swing. Ow, as it is kind of stuck to the ground at this point. Motherfucker. The bite is a... Math is hard. 13 to hit.
Nope.
The stinger is a 24 to hit.
Nope.
Uh-huh. 24 does not hit?
No, of course not.
Of course not. Okay. So you... oh my god. You take 7 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? Okay.
Mhm.
You take... oh my god, what the hell is up with my d6s here? You take 4 points of poison damage.
Oh, that tickled.
Yeah. And seeing that it did not do that much damage, it is going to attempt to fly upwards, which means that One Swing, Leaf, not Krakus, and Otto. So One Swing, Leaf, and Otto would...
Can I
be able to make
try
an
to
attack.
pin its foot to the cart with my short sword?
You can sure try with, I guess, a... go ahead and roll in a... go ahead and... is everyone taking their attack of opportunity on this thing?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see where it goes with that. How's that sound, Otto?
Okay.
So the three of you...
15.
15? 15 hits.
23 for me.
23 does not hit.
18.
18? All three hit. Go ahead and roll damage, you guys.
14.
14 points of damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
12 points of damage for me.
Uh-huh.
5.
Leaf.
5.
You can...
It had
Is
16
sneak
points
attack
of
once per
damage.
turn or once per round?
I believe sneak attack is once per turn. Once per turn.
So you can actually sneak attack this if you want.
It would be overkill because One Swing and Otto's damage on their own took it out.
I want to clip one of its
stabbed the
wings.
corpse.
So
I want to clip one of its wings.
So as it begins to lift off, Otto just like lets out this like animalistic yell and takes one of his daggers and stabs it into the foot of the wyvern, causing it to kind of stagger a little bit. And as it does so, one swing cleaves his greatsword over his head and just slices one of the wings off, and it falls over. And as it falls over, Leaf just kind of sticks his rapier in its gut.
Good job, Leaf.
I
You got
helped.
him. It's canon. Mark it as a kill for Leaf in our Erilea stats.
Perfect. So one of them is down, which brings us to Leaf's turn, and the remaining Wyvern still kind of hovering over Avir and Tristan at this point.
But it's grounded, right?
The one fighting is still kind of flapping up about 5 feet. It's not high.
Okay,
So
I can still hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use my movement to get over there, and then I'm going to attack it. And since it is surrounded by not friendlies, I can sneak attack.
Go for it. Guys haven't missed a single roll against these things yet, really.
Ow. 17.
17 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
This hard. 18 plus 3, which is 21.
21 points of damage? Nice.
Nice.
So Leaf, after killing the last Wyvern,
I don't like how you said that.
runs up to Wyvern number 2, and kind of slashes at the back of its legs and tail with the rapier. Does that end your turn, Leaf?
Yeah.
All right, Otto, you're up. Eve, you're on deck.
Cool.
Cam.
Cam died.
Sorry.
Wyvern got him.
Can you hear me now?
Crushed
Yes.
under the weight of the
Okay.
Wyvern.
Oh no.
He probably had a
Wyvern.
wine bottle in both hands and couldn't unmute his mic.
Shh. Do you have like a camera in here or something?
You don't even know.
Is it like baby bottle style, or
Oh.
like are you double fisted?
I'll let your imagination wander. Might be pterodactyling. But yes, I will move my hunter's mark over as a bonus action
Mhm.
and fire away.
Fire away,
That's a natural 20.
Oh
Ooh.
my god. All right.
Oh, not that great a damage. Well, the second roll wasn't bad. 15.
15 points of damage?
Yeah.
All right. Not bad. It's looking real rough. Even rougher than the other one did when I said that.
I need to take levels in Rogue.
So you guys then see, kind of under the cover of one of the Wyvern wings, your halfling friend let loose an arrow into one of the wings of that Wyvern, and goes straight through it, and it kind of lets out a howl and kind of like lands back on the ground. Which brings us to Eve. Krakus, you're
All
on deck.
right. So the first thing I'm going to do is transfer over my hex to the new guy,
Okay.
and then I will use my Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
Oh no. That That's an 11. That definitely does not hit.
11 does not hit,
Unfortunate.
unfortunately. You guys see as it kind of lands on the ground, a blast of eldritch energy just kind of flies over its head, just missing.
But at least it's still purple and sparkly because of Hex, so, at the end
Yep.
of the day, I still win.
There you go.
And that ends my turn.
Which brings us to Krakus.
Right. So, everybody's looking pretty healthy, aren't they?
Oh,
just
Well-
Avier.
right.
Yeah,
Avier,
it's just me.
at the top of your turn,
Oh, I
and
should've.
you would have
Yeah.
rolled a d6 for healing. Tristan also.
Is it just 1d6?
1d6.
Hell yeah. I got a 4.
Awesome. You heal 4 points of damage.
Thank you.
Tristan.
I don't think Tristan's taken any damage yet.
He
I
has
don't
not.
think he has.
Then I'm going to.
Oh, I am muted. Sorry about that.
Then I'm
Yelling
gonna-
into the void.
Yeah, no, I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm not using. I'm assuming Avier's going to use all those charges by the end of this battle
Probably.
to heal back up.
Hopefully.
I am going to move the spirit over to one swing.
Okay.
That's just a free action. I can just. I think
It's a
It's free or
bonus
bonus?
action, I believe.
It's a bonus action.
Okay.
You're going to move it before the top of Avier's turn again?
That's fine. I'll be fine for the rest of this.
You could literally left it on her. I'm good.
And
Let
then
him
I'm
do
going
what he wants.
to walk over to Avier and cast Cure Wounds
Yay!
at a second level.
All right.
So yeah,
Okay.
do you want to roll it?
You'll roll that healing.
Okay.
Because there's your spell modifier and all that.
Yeah. Okay. That is. That is 11, 16.
Holy shit, I'm fully healed. It's a miracle.
And then I will shillelagh.
You use.
I can't.
You cannot. Yeah. You use your
'cause I
action
used
to
my
heal her,
bonus action.
and your
No,
bonus action to.
Yeah.
To move the totem
Is
or
it
the
still
spirit.
a shillelagh? No, just one round.
It's just one round. Yeah.
Then let's just do the good old-fashioned quarterstaff.
So, cure wounds is
It's-
an action. Your
Yep,
bonus
you're right,
action
you're
was
right,
to.
you're right. I'm good now.
Okay.
My brain is working, I promise.
It's all good. All good, buddy. So that ends your turn
Sure enough.
and brings us to one swing. Avier, you're on deck.
So I take healing at the top of my turn.
You take healing at the top of your turn.
I roll a d6.
I believe so.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Well, that's 6. That I was not expecting that. I think everything I was practice rolling was a 2, so
You got all the
Sure.
bad rolls out.
pretty much. And then I'm just going to run over and take a swipe at this fuck.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
You said he's looking real rough.
Real rough. Real rough.
Okay, then I'm not gonna try to ring its bell.
Okay.
I miss.
Oh no.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11. Yeah, that misses.
11 does miss.
Welcome
So
to the club, dude. That's the same thing I rolled.
so one swing kind of rolls up, brings his great sword up, and as he swings it towards the wyvern, it does move just barely out of the way.
I don't know if anybody here plays Monster Hunter, but I'm just picturing whenever you get that perfect great sword charge,
Yep.
you go to let it go, and the thing just like stops, moves,
The
you
animation.
thud.
Oh,
Yep.
you spent all that time charging that tier 3, huh?
Yep, that's what I was going for. Just
Darn. You
completely
should have
whipped.
shoulder charged. Shoulder
Yeah.
check charged.
All right, and
And
that
I'm not gonna action surge on this or anything like that. You're good. on to the next one.
All right. Aver, you're up. Tristan, you are on deck.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Magic Missile as a first level spell on it.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Dose.
That's 9.
9? How do you want to do this?
Oh.
Revenge.
Oh. Yeah, I kind of, I don't know. I want it to be gruesome. I kind of think she's pretty morbid. Like maybe I shoot all the
Shoot
rays
the
towards its
missiles up its
open,
butt.
growling mouth, kind of
Okay.
down its throat.
Sure.
up its butt.
So
Not
this,
its butt.
So this hulking figure, kind of over Avier, growling at her. Avier's pissed and feeling this all sorts of new energy because of all of the healing that's been done around her. Summons all of her magical energy and sends these magic missiles flying off of her straight into the wyvern's growling maw, and it kind of goes straight down his throat and breaks flesh around his neck. And mid growl, he just and his head kind of flops to the side, spine still attached, just all of the flesh around it kind of blown out, and it kind of staggers forward and flops down.
That was perfectly gruesome. Exactly what I was looking for.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm gonna take a swing and sever the spine that's it left, and I'm gonna pick up the head and bring it over to Avier and be like, "Here you go."
Maybe you can get a
Red
cool
shit.
backpack out of this one.
How
How
why don't you
big
break
is
me
it?
off a tooth? Break me off a tooth. That's all I'm looking for.
That's all you want.
All right, reach my hand in its mouth and pull a tooth out. Strength check.
Sure. You're just gonna rip it out.
Yeah, I'm just
Force?
gonna rip it out. Yeah,
Go
brute
for it.
force.
Go for
Yonk
it.
it.
Can I inspect the bodies to see if this meat is even edible?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a survival check.
Nat 1, can't roll that. 14, so 19.
19.
Yeah.
Not particularly edible.
Didn't think so.
The poison that courses through them, probably not something that makes them something you would want to try to eat.
Wait, Otto.
Um,
Think we can
Yeah.
extract poison?
Maybe. Well, you want to try it?
who's trying it?
Me and Leaf.
I will assist.
I will help.
Yeah.
Ben,
Yes.
that's a 24 to rip a tooth out.
Yeah, you actually rip out part of its jaw with the tooth.
Perfect.
just a chunk of temporal bone.
I was just hoping it was gonna be like, oh, you just literally just give it a root canal, like everything's still attached.
Krakus, are you proficient in medicine?
Am I proficient in medicine?
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
No, I am not, but I have
Nope.
a +5 in it.
Okay. I'll say you guys can both attempt to extract poison from it.
Is this a medicine check then?
Yes.
Okay. All right. 9.
7.
All right. So you guys go work around the tail where you would know that some of the poison was coming from after the way it was attacking. And as you're trying to kind of work into the sacks along its tail, you actually just cut off its tail, and a bunch of the poison just kind of leaks into the soil.
I look up at Krakus. Don't tell Leaf we fucked up, and I just bolt.
Just as like a thing, I am gonna walk over to where I got healed again and go take one more charge to get myself to full.
Sure, easy enough. Go ahead and.
I rolled a 5. It got me to full.
Okay. Yeah. What is your name? Otto. You do notice these wyverns are smaller than
Oh yeah.
your most.
Uh,
Go ahead.
yeah. I'm gonna bolt away. I'll notice the size and be like, oh, one more thing. These are babies.
So we should run.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, let's fight the mother.
They're a
Let's
little
go.
big to be babies.
Oh, they're big babies.
You're one to talk.
Yeah, let's get the fuck
What?
out of here.
what?
You guys just head out.
I want to see.
Maybe we should hide the bodies so if the mom flies by.
And let nature take
Hide the
over.
bodies.
What if we just like crawl
Wyverns.
under a tree or something?
There's no trees.
We don't have time.
Right, we're in a desert.
Yeah,
Can
we're
I-
in the Deadlands.
Wyverns aren't necessarily the familial sort in a very strict sense. I mean, I
You
believe
know
they
a lot
raise
about
their kids.
wyverns.
Wyverns.
Whatever
Um,
they're called.
Well, just what I heard, and I'm not going to guess that these bodies aren't going to go uneaten. Let's just say that.
Ew.
Can I cut the other one's head off and attach it to the cart?
Why?
Ugh.
Like a hood ornament?
Yeah.
You're making
Sure.
it possible
Like a
for
bumper
one of us
sticker
to
or
smart people
Also,
to be
go
on
ahead
it.
and make me a medicine check.
Me?
Yep.
A medicine check to decapitate something? I feel like that's something I should be proficient in, is decapitation.
I mean,
Hey,
you
one
want
swing. You think?
do you want just to take a swing at the head and hope for the best, or are you wanting to actually cut off its whole head?
Okay, I'll do a medicine check. Let's see.
All right.
Let the dice.
You can do it.
It's up to you.
That is a 5.
So yeah, you take a swing at it, and you don't really quite know where the vertebrae kind of split it, so you actually end up just kind of cutting off its like right at its eye, and it just kind of doesn't even break off. It's just got a big old cleave in the top of the dome.
Alright, let's go. I wanted a hood ornament.
Sorry, buddy.
It's okay. It's not your fault, it's the dice.
We attach
No
the wings to the cart.
breakfast.
Will it
Yeah, we
fly
could
up?
Hold
attach the
ornaments?
wings.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah, I cut off a wing! I'm attaching a wing to this bitch!
I would say you already
Mhm.
cut off a wing of the one that was over the wagon.
That's
to
what I'm
begin
saying.
with.
Exactly.
I'll just like drag the wing and throw it into the thing and be like, we'll attach this when we make camp.
So we're gonna make a sail wagon.
Okay, so you guys are the owner of a wyvern wing.
Yes!
Oh,
Go
You know,
ahead
that's
and
not a half bad name for a group.
Wyvern wing?
wyvern wings.
Wyvern wing?
I keep
Mainly
wanting to
just
say
'cause I want-
wyvern, but you're saying it different, Ben, so I'm trying to say it like you.
I'm pretty sure it's wyvern.
It's Wyvern.
It is wyvern.
Okay.
I say wyvern because of
Auto.
Yeah, I say wyvern because of the accent.
I say
Wyvern.
wyvern because that's what I called them in Monster Hunter, flying wyverns.
Then you're wrong.
Rip.
Rip.
All right, what
wrong.
now?
We go
On the road again.
On
on
the
the
road
road
again.
again.
It is
God
getting
damn it.
pretty late. The sun is starting to set through the Farion Gap. Nightfall is approaching. You guys can probably travel about another hour before it would be too dark to see.
Preferably somewhere we can hide, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much hiding around here, but I'll look for something.
We should probably clean off the cart with all that wyvern blood.
It'll give the cart a nice blood-stained look.
But wouldn't it smell?
Just for a few days.
I'm more
Everything smells
afraid of the
eventually.
bigger predators smelling the blood.
Oh, trust me, nothing's coming after this blood.
Okay,
Except for
fair.
maybe other
Alright.
wyverns.
That is accurate.
We
You
could take
guys,
'em.
you guys can probably travel along the Avery a little ways and still find like a little outcropping. If you want to attempt to find something that kind of shelters you from the sky, you can make a survival check.
Yeah,
I will.
I'll do one as well.
All right, go for it.
Ooh, that's a 24.
Ooh.
That's a nat 20 plus 4.
That's a 24 as well. Natural
Oh,
19
shit.
plus 5.
Twinsies.
All right. So Avir and Otto kind of hop off the horses and look along the Avery, and you are able to find a grouping of like a little outcropping of rocks that you can probably set up and get some pretty decent cover from sleeping on the east side of the rocks, keeping the Farion gap between the rocks and you guys.
All right, pull the cart and the horses down there. I'm not going to go foraging this time. I'm just going to use 2 spell slots to make enough bugs.
Okay.
Well, I'll use 1, and then if people still, because I know people might have rations and stuff. So
I'll take a bug.
I'm gonna use
I'll
my
take a bug.
ration.
I would say the guards would have used some would have left you with some rations on the wagon itself, along with those health potions.
I'm gonna eat a bug.
I'm
chewing this
good.
juicy bug. I mean, we got 2 more. Anyone want one?
It's slimy yet satisfying.
I'm good with my food, thank you though.
They're quite good.
Leaf? Tristan?
No, I'm good.
I'll take
Does your
one, but I
little
won't
friend?
eat it.
Does your little friend want one?
Sure, he'll take it.
All right, there you go. That's all of them gone.
I put it down my my chest armor.
You guys just hear happy squeaking below the armor.
At least you just have
And
it
just-
in your
just-
hand as just like
or
Just also some.
Ew, don't
Ew,
ASMR
mouth
me.
sounds.
Ew. Ugh.
As you guys bed down for the night, and we'll start watches, but that
Ew.
is where we will end for the evening.